Evening time.
Keep spoiling.
How's everybody doing this evening? This is Tommy Williams reaching out to the stretches of the universe. Cracking the mic, I was thinking about life. And, I want to come on here and share my thoughts with you all. So that's what I want to do. What's going on, Aiden? Nice to have you come on back through. Always nice to say good evening first. Thanks for being cordial. Many of you should know my demeanor by now. I didn't come here to shoot the stuff about Serena. I came here to talk about another Williams. Thank you very much for the prayers. Thank you very much. I appreciate you folks that come in with ease. And by that I mean come in easy, without the pounce. We all know why we're here. But at least we could try to be a little cordial. Observe just a nice fellowship, a nice friendly greeting. It always makes the world go by peacefully, especially if I have so many people who are for Wendy and for the Williams family. We and I, especially being the subject of the matter here, would appreciate slow motion. One way or another, you'll get what I choose to give you. But just, let's at least, humor me with a little bit of, hey, how you doing? Okay? Thank you. Aiden. Everybody, nice to see you. Hamza. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Good to be here. Feeling real good. Mental health is a beast, no matter how much people smile. There are goings on in the backdrop. You can't deny them, and therefore I'm not going to go to sleep with those looming in my body or in my mind. I'm the type of person to get things off my chest. Used to box, used to be heavy in the athletics, and still at 54, I still pride myself on not keeping myself healthy so much as keeping the mental health from the foreground. I try to keep that away, and the best way to do that is to vent. And I don't have a heavy bag like I used to have at my other place. Maybe I should get one installed. Maybe that would be a good idea. Go outside and punch the shit out of it. Kick its ass. But I don't have all that at the moment. Nor do I have time to wail away on a bag, but I do have time to crack a mic. So that when I crack a smile, it'll be real. I don't like being fake, folks. So let's get down to the business. Let me go in here and climb into the feed. Folks, feel free to share with me all that you've seen in the tabloids that concerns you, and I'll respond. I think that would be a good way to go through things. Aiden, since you talked about things that were scary, why don't you speak of the video precisely? so that we can address some of these things. And I don't have to be on here with just some common banter. I can get down to the nitty gritty. I need you folks. Tonight, I need you to speak to me so that I can speak to you and get this off my head. There's lots I see on social media, but I don't try to hold on to it and staple it to my mind. I just try to push through the day and compart. Can you hit that lightning? Thank you. Sounds like it's time to do something. Hey, Nita, can you do me a favor and hit that other light that was on when you get a chance?
What?
Yeah. Thank you. So, it's late, but I wanted to get on and talk. So I haven't gone down and looked at the feed yet. Things I've seen. I saw a video, and I don't know the timeline. I was just speaking to somebody, and they were like, "Well, that was last week." You know, I don't spend my life looking on the internet and trying to find out who's seeing Wendy and what she doing when they see her. You know, I don't do that. You know, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what my existence is here for. You know, I should be able to pick up the phone and talk to Wendy and find out how she's doing and what's going on, and we should be able to talk, communicate, share ideas. You know, pass along advice, and move like that. It's family. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating when I get off the phone with Wendy and then I hear or something said to me or I see for myself something that is opposite from what's being explained or described to me on the phone when I speak with Wendy about how she's doing, how she's spending her time. You know, this is for wellness right here. This is for my mental stability. You know, it's necessary. And so I'm here. Let me get down here, see if anybody's put on what I'm asking. Had so many people try to throw obstacles in my way from the microphone, me getting hold of the microphone tonight. You know, but one thing I am is diplomatic, so you know, my emotion won't get in the way of thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Boy, isn't that something? My wife, the morning time. Oh, maybe I should turn to the other side. Folks, I'm just mentally drained at this point. Gotta bear with me. I'm still here. Nice and hot, piping hot. You want to get yourself a mug. You'll be down with the Tommy Cats. You all spend a lot of time over here checking things and riding with me. So why don't you catch yourself a nice morning time mug? You know, when you get up in the morning and have that mug of coffee or orange juice or whatever you're drinking in the morning, you know, why not keep us in mind with the morning time mug? There it is. And there's somebody right there who wants to say hello to you. And then some, and doing the thing that I do the best and what I enjoy the most is swimming, right? So that's taking at the pool, morning time mug, variety of colors, and also plenty of merchandise. No, it's not. It's not possible, Cora. It's not a studio. It's a house. You know, remember that song? It's my house, and I live here. Mm. It's my house, and I live here. Ow, say it. Ugh. Man, I need to try to hurt me with this taste. Nita, am I going to talk about the tea at all or anything special?
Oh, it's a personal thing, but it was put together by spiritualists.
Okay, Nita came home with some spiritual tea. You know, you got it, Coralie.
Generating that and for
wellness. Tea for wellness. Anita has a cup as well. She's going on upstairs. I know it, Nita. All right, I'll see you shortly. All right, let me handle this stuff. My dad's name is Tommy, and he's a twin.
Productive day, but a long day.
Thank you, Apple Crescent. Appreciate that. Thank you, Rolanda Blair. Yes. All right. Shaba. All right, so let me get back to it. Love that song. Oh, okay. To be Black Native. How you doing? Oh, yeah. All right, folks. Congratulations on Serena Williams this evening. She did some big things. Doing big things out there. Proud of her. Proud of her. Happy. Happy for her accomplishment. Absolutely. Tommy, do you believe people are trying to censor you from speaking out? Yeah, sure they are. You know, without going too deep, of course. You know, everybody doesn't want me to talk out here. Everybody doesn't want me saying stuff. You know, regardless as to what I'm talking about. Wendy could be doing fine, and people would still say, "No, what are you doing on social media?" That's what the big thing was back a long time ago when I got a call from my brother-in-law, and it was like, "Yo, you doing social media? What you plan on doing? What are your intentions?" Fuck. I plan on living my life. You know, it's something I decided to do. Anyway, all right. Bravo, Serena Williams. Okay, so Aiden, Tommy, not to be repetitive, but I do have a comment with something I'd like to hear addressed above. Thanks. All right, so restate it and let's do it. I can try to, work the buttons up and down and slide the feed, but if we keep it kind of here where I am at the bottom of the chat, then what you ask is what I'll speak on. All right, so please, folks. And Aiden, that was a good one. I appreciate you saying that because now I can kind of, explain. Folks, if you have anything in particular that concerns you with regard to Wendy and her behaviors, please go ahead and type it into the chat now, and I can go ahead and let you know my little spiel about it as well, and things like that. Instead of coming on and just going on a rant, which I frequently do, I'd rather kind of isolate my thoughts to what you all are concerned about, and then I can just go ahead and expand on that. Capiche? All right. So here I am. I know. It's crickets. Got lots of people looking and watching and waiting. Okay, here we go. The video from Sun last Saturday showed Wendy purchase what appeared to be cigarettes and then sent a driver in for a bottle of alcohol. Yes, I watched that. Thank you, Aiden. I, along with many fans, were alarmed. Aiden, thanks. And that's what prompted me to come on here. I get a little, I'm fed up again. Once again, Tommy's fed up. He's fed up. Wendy's brother's fed up. Yes, he's fed up. He can't take it anymore. Or can he? I don't know. And he needs times like this so he can go ahead and vent, move on with his life, help his dad, be a good son, be a good brother, be a good role model as he has been for so many years. Folks, who I am on this thing is a fraction of who I am all the way around. And this is really getting old. But I cannot see the end in sight. I'm here. I'm with binoculars. I cannot see the end in sight. No matter what I do to cue it up and tighten up the range, I cannot see the end. And that's frustrating. Yeah. Yes, Coralie. Everybody's close knit in the family. We might have our beefs, that are that really are old. I mean, it's old beefs. There's nothing current. There's nothing current dividing the Williams pack. Really, we're a small family and we're all, close, and we always been supportive of one another, always have been, encouraging, uplifting, and loving. But you know what? It's really since the passing of our mother, you know, I can't blame it on the divorce, because Wendy and I have I know, glasses, bro. I know. I One of these days I'll put myself first. In the meanwhile, what happened? Um, yeah. So in the meanwhile, hey, I gotta get on here and do what I gotta do. You know, we're close, but we're so far away right now. We're far away from the issue, and the issue right now, exactly, is Wendy getting out and doing zany stuff like jumping in cabs. She has money. Get in car service. Do something a little bit more, a little bit more accountable with cameras and spaces, and don't go around. Don't be sloppy. Don't flash rings and do all that nonsense out there. It's not easy sleeping. It's not easy moving through the day. And countless times I'm sitting with my dad, want to drum up conversation about Wendy. Can't, won't, will not. He doesn't deserve to stress and worry about all that. You know, I feel as though that's next generation stuff. That's what siblings are for. You know, he earned the right to kind of fall back, and you know what? If we got to bullshit him, then we got to do what we got to do. I'm not gonna steal his joy. I'm gonna bring him joy. And I wish that Wendy could bring him joy. I wish that that she could you know gather things together, and if she can't, which I understand, there's issues and problems and things, but there's also amendments, and family can't just jump in and do something, kidnap her and take her off and do something. No, we can't do it. You can't strong arm. Listen, I'm a strong arm type person. I can't do it. I've thought so many thoughts on what I can do, and let me think, if I do this or do that, can't do it. I gotta fall back. I gotta try to use mental, you know, mind games and trickery to, get through, you know. And you're right, she has legal rights. Yeah, yeah, she does, Coralie. She has legal rights, and she's grown. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that's the problem. That's the problem. So folks who say that heartless stuff, like family just sitting back and she's and waiting for her or watching her die and stuff, and it's just that's hellacious. Those are hellacious statements. But statements that makes me stronger. I don't know. I mean, everybody doesn't see those statements because everybody's not on social media the way I am. I chose this world. I chose this world not for this, because I had no idea that this was coming. I had no idea when I started doing this stuff. It was because of COVID. It was because I lost my mother and I wanted strength. And there seemed to be a lot of strength on here that could relate to losing a parent. And I came here and I have no regrets. And I'm not going to leave, because it still fills my cup. It does. I extract everything I need from this channel. Trust me. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting the better end. Often. Even tonight, as I'm going ahead and venting and saying things that I really wanted to say. I'm bottled up. I'm driving in silence. I'm thinking to myself, I'm tearing it up. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get home and go on live. Well, tonight I was trying to get on and it kept on saying something about the date or something like that. And I realized that I had AM set and I was like, you know what? My boy called me up and he was like, you know what, bro, maybe you shouldn't go on tonight. I was like, no, he was like, maybe that's a sign. I was like, no, I can't. I got to work through this sign. Then I realized the AM button was pressed. I had to change it to PM. So, yes, Aiden, I saw it. Didn't look like any type of camera trick or anything like that. Looked like she was really in there doing stuff. It really looked like somebody came out and gave her a bottle and really sounded like she said thanks and whatever, and then stood there or did a picture with the fella, and it was like everything wrong, everything vulnerable. I am not up there to protect her. Not that I'm some superhero, but I would lay all my life on the line. You know, um, but I'm not there. I'm here. I can't be all around the place. I can't. I'm not going to leave my dad's side. I'm not going to leave this area. I'm not losing a day. I don't want to be someplace else. I want to be here. That's where I need to be. So, you know, the gift of it all is we all live to see another day. What type of day? What type of life? What type of future? We don't know. But we can only try to prepare ourselves. And I don't see that preparedness coming through from Wendy. I don't see the capability of preparedness. I know Wendy's a very selfish individual, and she misses being on 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 social media, and she misses having the attention and doing her thing. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe this is an attention getting thing. Just likes to have the camera on her. No more show. But you know what? Hey, the world is her show. I mean, maybe that's it. I have no idea. I've talked to her about that. You know, those conversations don't end well. You know, I hold my tongue because I need her. I need her voice in the other end. I need to hear her. I need to understand that she's okay, and that's where the diplomacy comes in. That's where I have to play with words and try to make sure that I don't lose her. I need to hear her. You know, I do for me. Everybody in the family has their own distinct relationship, but I need that. Um, no, Suzanne, not really. After being in the pocket, trust me, Wendy and I are very close, and I've known about all that's been transpiring with Kevin for years, and so has Wendy, and that wasn't the thing. Um, it didn't help, but it wasn't the thing. Um, so I'm not gonna you know throw that throw that out there. Life goes on, and people make their decisions, and she's not. It's not unprecedented to have divorces. How many single uh, mothers do you know that are raising kids these days? I mean, if anything, this is more of this was a better situation than most, because at least they raised their son together. You know, so I beg to differ. This is a Aiden. You're in a timeline that really, we could all speculate and propose all these different things. Well, it probably all happened here, or when Wendy fell down, or passed out, or you know what, this is the thing, or that's the thing. You know, only Wendy knows truly. You know, only she really truly knows. When she really needed the support. But see, Wendy's a very strong-headed person, not strong-minded, I can't say, but very strong-headed. And but by that I mean, you know, she's she's got it. She figures she's got it all under control. Can't tell her nothing. And the fatter the pockets, the less she wants. The less you could tell her. The less you could tell her. So, um, pockets get big, ears get small. Pockets get big, ears get small. Oh boy. Well, Tommy, do you feel there's undue influence happening with Wendy? Undue influence. Oh, from the exterior? Some undue influence coming from the outside? Before I respond to that, Hamza, please just let me know if I'm on the right track. Do I feel as though there are some exterior influences that are occurring? Is that what you're saying? I just want to make sure before I respond. It's just sad. We all love her so much. Wish she knew and would prioritize her health over a new big project that may or may not ever happen, right? And it would be fine if you said that too at the end, because that's what I would say. I mean, where's the beef, right? Where's the beef? Bring it. You're saying it. Where's it at? I'd be happy if she cracked the mic and started talking and was on every day. At least if she would have something to look at, something to progress with, and something to say, okay, I was on last night and now look, let me look and see what I looked like, right? See, that's the problem. Wendy's not seeing what she looks like out there. She doesn't do social media. All she does is live. So right now she's not seeing what she looks like. Absolutely. You want to send cards. Hold on. You gotta sit tight. I'm in the process. I'm sorry. I'm in the, hey, Captain Crapper. Hey. Yeah, I'm in the process of switching over PO boxes. My PO box was too small, everybody, and they started, getting on me at the post office. So I got to upgrade, and I got to get some time too to make that happen. So just bear with me, everybody, and then I'll go ahead and put some more. I'll put another PO box together and put in the link and all that stuff. Yes, there's been a tremendous amount of cards and things that I've been sending things up, or not now because everything is not happening right now, but I was sending things up to her all the time when people were going up there and we were taking our turns going up. People would take an extra bag. I would pay for the extra cargo and they would take it. And yes, there was cards, there were little gifts, there were little, whatever they got, little chichas and put up little stuff and whatever, cards. There was plenty of little things. There was even artwork, and then what doesn't make it up, it's here. So when she comes down, it's here for her. So, I'm praying, and I never say never. So I do leave a light on for the hope that one day she will return back down to South Florida where her dad is. And, we love her. We'd love to see her here. Aiden, that's a good question. And now, I'm not there. I'm here. I'm not there. I'm here. So therefore, I don't know what she, takes in terms of reading things. I know that when I do have her on the phone, there are times that I do read messages. I do read the chat from the chat. I let her know what people are saying verbatim. I offered to, have her to send her links and have her watch, clips of shows, and she has, but she's not one to stay on. Now she's watching me. I need for her to watch herself because she needs to really see what she looks like. And I think that she's, I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I don't know. I'm not going to start that whole an Apple Crescent. I'm glad you said that. It's not about other people. It's about me and whatever. It's about Wendy. So it's not going to be like, I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know who's around her and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go there with it. And, but I will say, she really needs to see her. So I think that Wendy's always been one for an image, what she looks like, the fashion and all that stuff. And I'm like, dang, man, for somebody who's always been so heavy with it, man. This was a girl who created her clothes, man, she was on the cutting edge. She was doing so many things with fashion and rhinestones and zippers and painting stuff and rejudging artwork that she already has in her house and where she's lived in the past. She shared it. She shared her stuff. Oh, I'm going home and we'll do some painting. I'm gonna do this and that, and she really does that. For a person who's so into herself and knows herself and knows what she wants things to look like and and knows what she wants herself to look like, right? When you go through different surgeries, I want size I don't know what they call them, double B's or whatever. I don't know what size people get this stuff. But I want this and I want that and snatch this and throw this on. And I want my wigs looking like this, that. I want this, that. She had her whole crew, trailblazer medium. Yes, medium, and now this. And it is frustrating. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, And you know what? I'm going to say this. And I said this last week to somebody. If I can't catch her on this, maybe I need to step it up and be on somebody's couch, a little daytime TV or something, or be patched in if I don't fly out, just be patched in and I could talk and let that hit Wendy's face, and let her see that. Let's play some clips and let me comment on what I'm thinking about things and how it's crazy and how she needs the support, right? So I think that might be something. So, perhaps there's some people watching and perhaps we could start making a big stink and start kicking up enough dirt where, it's gonna be addressed, because I think right now she's putting a deaf ear on things. I know she is. I know my sister. She's putting a deaf ear on things and she's doing her because she feels as if she's not doing anything wrong. She's got it all under control and like that. But, I think the only way to widen her eyes and have her, have her attention, be where it should be is maybe a larger platform for, and I don't see, where else. I mean, I'm, the only thing I could think of is me, and it's crazy because I really didn't sign on for all this crap. I like positive vibes. Folks who've been with me for a while, I'm a simpleton, true. I like just being positive vibes, positive vibes. Okay, I'm going swimming today. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go out on the boat. I'm going to go out here and do this, that, and the third, but yeah. Social media, this internet ain't going to do it because I know Wendy watches a lot of TV and that would be something that catches her mind. She sees and somebody says, hey, look, turn on channel, whatever, and she sees what's going on. I think that would be the way to really hit it home, because then she'd be saying, not only is family or is Tommy talking about me, but it's Tommy. Oh, Tommy's talking about me. Oh my gosh. And you know what happened last time, right? I guess you want my dress, Tommy, right? Remember that? So, or whatever she said. So I think that's the way to do it. It ruffled the feathers of the giant last time, talking about mics and my mic is bigger than yours and you would, I'm going to get the last word and stuff. So look at this mic now. I got the mic. Who got the mic? Right? It's not even a big mic. It's a small platform with some real people, with some real concerns, So maybe I need to be on somebody's show who has a big mic, who could help me toot this thing out. So my email is trainwithtommy@gmail.com. If this message should happen to fall on the right ears, I can be reached, and I would love to have a conversation. I think that it would be positive, productive, and necessary. And I think that only good could come from it, because it can alert Wendy to a lot of things. Yeah, seriously, Jasmine. Because I'm talking from this side of the lens. So Wendy does have vultures around her. Perhaps the particular the particular kind who are attracted to money and people who hold a big influence. Yeah, Captain Crapper. I know. I mean, we were on this. This was like months ago. We were saying that. I know, and you're right, and possibly so. But you know what? I've taken my foot off that pedal and haven't put my foot on the brake. But I just found another pedal to push it on, and that is, what's that going to really do? By calling people out, what's it going to really do? If anything, I think that people are trying to are kind of shying away because they see how long this is going on. They see how many people are true blue and questioning anybody who's out there who comes into focus and is around Wendy during the time that she's on these different videos and paparazzi things and whatever have you. If you were on there and Wendy's caught doing some dumb stuff, then people are gonna be like, she's with him and he's messed up, or she, whatever. So, and people are starting to pare back. I don't know. That's my thinks. That's my, I mean, my thought. I think the people are probably, I mean, if they're smart, they're probably saying, you know what? I don't know. I mean, you know, there hasn't been any pop podcast yet. That's something that really could be put together like quick. You know what I mean? And you know, especially for Wendy, and you know, and you know, the notoriety she has, and regardless as to, you know, the content, because she is the content. I mean, she is the content. The numbers would be crazy if she were to start something. You know, there's no doubt. I mean, anybody could see some dollars and cents behind that. But with that comes criticism too. And so anybody who's behind that, or seen to be behind that, you know, or called out to be behind that, they got a lot of weight. They got a lot of weight on their shoulders. So maybe think people are starting to wisen up and just say, you know what, I don't know if I want to be all, I mean, you know, I like money and I like all this that's going down and the potential, but dang, you know, I also got to keep my virtues and morals, and I got to walk these streets and deal with this stuff. And it would be recognizable if I'm going to deal with her. She's, everybody wants to see her, so they're going to see me too. Or if she's, if I'm with her and she calls out my name, don't say my name, call me Chuck. You know, so I don't know what's going on with all that, but that's why I can't really speak on people being around and all like that, because I'm not seeing anybody. I'm seeing Wendy doing her. She's getting out there. She's jumping in and out of vehicles that she really shouldn't be in. It's not safe. It's not daylight in a lot of situations, you know, and and these people aren't connected to some show. There's not like a bigger piece, you know, of safety, you know, behind things. It's just, you know, it's just Wendy, and it's just dangerous. So, did Wendy threaten to expose someone in the industry and stop her? And to stop her, they are punishing her by taking her money. And oh boy, see what I'm saying? I mean, is that? I mean, you know, Captain Crapper. I mean, I guess that would be a good question. I guess. I mean, you know, who the heck knows, Captain Crapper? You know, who knows? I mean, that sounds like a real crazy story that could be turned into a movie. But bro, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure, you know, a lot of people feel certain ways. You know, she's had an extensive career and she's, you know, pounded her way through, you know, and, you know, dirt sells, you know, shock jock is where it was at, you know, she pioneered the movement. And so, you know, hey, look, move, get out the way. That's what it was. And then that's what Wendy did, you know. I love her for her ingenuity. You know, I think that's just marvelous. I think that was a smashing idea, you know, especially for her because it comes with ease. She's of that, she's of the cloth, you know. There's no problem for her to do that because that's what she did. She's not a bad person. She's just a person that is in that wheel. That's in her wheelhouse. She likes to see what people are doing. She likes to go ahead and voice things out. She likes to laugh, make people laugh, drop little science on people along the way. Then you know what? Also some pointers and some helpful tips. And she's creative. She has so many different aspects that would be able to push a show. You know, look at me. I sit here, I eat food, I talk stuff and whatever. I mean, I don't have the content. You know, Wendy's she's a genius. You know, and she's a natural genius. She doesn't even try, man. She doesn't even try. And I said I keep it present because that is Wendy. That is Wendy. She is Wendy. At the end of the day, she is still Wendy. You know, we got to get through the clouds, y'all. We got to get through the clouds. There's some turbulence. You know, there's some turbulence. You know, and as long as I'm here, as long as I'm around, I'm gonna be here to see her get back to herself. I am. We we Kevin back so he can manage her. I don't know, Nefel. I don't know what that one says. Maybe you can clear that one up, and I'd be glad to answer. I'll be glad to answer that. And nice to have you on here. Um, Looking back, do you think Wells Fargo was right in protecting her assets? Well, Hamza, that's a great question. It's not for me to decide on what's right and what's wrong. You know, it's just for me to decide on. You know, I need to, make sure Wendy's safe. You know, this is much bigger than a dollar bill. It's not so far fetched to believe, Tommy, because this is how they control people in the industry. It happens all the time. This is why I say I watch the vultures and who are around her. All right, well, yeah, right. But you can't. The bottom line is better. You want her better. I'm not worried about who the evil doers are. I'm worried about her getting. I mean, she's a strong person. She has a strong mind. I need her to get back to her self-thinking self. Where she can see herself and understand the wrong that's going on within herself. You know, then she could put whoever's around her back on the shelf. You see, like Keebler the elf. Anyway, whatever. Would Wendy listen to Charlemagne? He would help her. Maybe so, Marie Green. Everybody knows that, everybody knows how to, try to reach out to Wendy, who's in the industry. They pretty much know how to go about trying to do it. And you know what? They probably have. But have you seen any change? Exactly. So I don't know who's trying. I would not deny that anybody is trying. I would believe that there's lots of celebrities who are trying, who he maybe she even scorned in a certain ways, that are sitting back saying, you know what, this isn't right. You know, this isn't right. Um, I need to do something or help or whatever have you. Yeah, there's no doubt, no doubt. And for those people and for those individuals who have been helping out, and this goes everybody to everybody. I mean, nobody's any more helpful than the next, because right now, if you just keep her in prayer, you're doing a whole heck of a lot. You really are. You know, um, but you know, God bless you and Wendy. Ask for his help. He got me out of mine. Hey, Mama Long Plants. Mama Long Pants. Hold on. What? Mama Long Plant. Okay, Mama Long Plants. I thought it was Mama Long Pants. Okay, Mama Long Plants. Very nice. Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You get the 5-star salute. Appreciate that. Always keep God in mind, because He is the answer, truly. Um, Tommy, are you on Instagram? Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. This is kind of where I hang out the most. Um, but yeah, you can catch me. Why don't you email me if you want to get at me, really and truly? I mean, I do me, and I have a life, and I spend a lot of time just enjoying myself and keep myself whole, folks. That's why I haven't, you know, you know. I mean, I'm okay. I mean, I feel better, a lot better now. Look at me now. Remember when I first came on, right? Remember when I first came on tonight? Look at me now. I mean, this is truly what I needed. My wife went upstairs. She dropped off some tea. Mm. It's not so bad now, especially knowing that it's going to help whatever it's going to help. I don't know. It might hurt me. Maybe I should give it some time. Ooh. Okay. What else we got? I love Wendy. I love Wendy. I wish nothing but the best for her in Jesus' name. I've been with Wendy since day one, since the beginning. In my Wendy voice, she's my best friend in my head. Hold on, let me get back to that one. That was nice. In my head, praying for Wendy. Thank you, thank you. There were earlier concerns about Wendy possibly having dementia. Is that still a valid concern? Listen, I'm not clinical. I really don't have a clue about the health field. I just know the common cough, you know, and a stomach ache, you know, and that's about that. I don't know about all kinds of stuff. My parents haven't experienced it. It's not something that's been, that I've witnessed in my family with my parents. My dad's 91 and he's sharp as a whip. He reminds me stuff. He reminds me about stuff, so and then my mother, she was sharp. She never was had any problems with remembering or recalling stuff, or dementia was never an issue. So I don't know. I really couldn't answer your question with that. You know, all I could do is suggest no, but I don't know. It's so unfair what's happening to Wendy. Yeah, Deborah McClung, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sorry I haven't been posting your comments, folks. I'm just trying to keep up with everything. I really like the way this is going too. And you know what? Periodically, perhaps we can do it like this. I feel like this is a lot more effective than me just sitting up here and ranting. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Aiden, who actually initiated the whole thing. And I know, Aiden, I might have sounded a little sarcastic and things, but my space is just my head's just in a different space. And I'm not thinking that everybody's out to get the family and act like whatever. But and I know that people that are genuinely concerned about Wendy, and I do appreciate that. And I go even further and say, and I really do love you all for that, because we really need that. We really need her, and I appreciate you all's connecting with me and supporting what I'm trying to do, and you're just your kind words, and I think that it all helps at the end of the day, because you know what, it really does, because it transcends through me and my behaviors and my attitudes and my ability to cope, because I spend the most time with my dad. So imagine that, right? If I was vexed and I was coming around him and I was just like all the time, like, we got to talk about Wendy all the time. We got to talk about Wendy. Come on now. No. I meet up with him. We're talking about everything else. We're doing things. You all see the pictures and images. We don't play around. We're not painting smiles on and stuff. We're really feeling that. I can't wait to see him tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll see him again. The next day, as many days as I can. Let's see that guy. I love that guy. I love my family. I really do. But let's get back to that couch. Just in case I can't get on the couch, folks. Again, if anybody knows a way that I can get this bigger microphone and get to the point where I can, get on a network, get on a network. Because Wendy watches network TV. She watches a lot of Lifetime, of course. She loves a Lifetime and ID channel and stuff. But she's kind of pulled away from all the who's doing what in Hollywood, from what I believe, and I think she's more into just and also just from what I've seen and what we've talked about on what are you watching, what are you doing, what's going on. She'll talk about shows, and she'll talk about shows. She'll talk about, she's not talking much about daytime talk shows. She's talking about movies and stuff, Lifetime movies and IDs, and then you see this or that and stuff. So we've always had fun, talking about TV, the boob tube, what's on. But I think that Wendy turning on network TV, or somebody calling, or me pushing the button and saying, "Hey, Wendy, why don't you turn on Fox, and watch this. I got something for you to check out. And she sees that and she sees herself going in and whatever and what at any rate, I think that would be helpful. I really do. I think that would be um, uh, it would be discouragingly encouraging. Yeah, it would be discouragingly encouraging for Wendy to see. Yeah, I just got in the chat. I have a question. Is Wendy okay mentally? She's struggling with any substance abuse issues. I hope and pray for her to get back to herself. Well, thank you very much, Bella Michi. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You might want to go ahead and watch this over again when we after we close this down, um, because there were a lot of questions coming on, and I've been doing a lot of talking about a lot of things, and I might have answered your question along the way. But it's great to have you on. Thank you so much for your support. Lifetime movies are good, Barb. Hey, Barb, how you doing? All right. Nikki E, thank God for you, Tommy. Praying for y'all strength and guidance. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Mhm. Hey, Juanita, how you doing? I I'm not following. Oprah owns Jan Van Zant. I don't know. Nice to see you, Juanita Lopez. Oh, I miss Aunt Wendy. Uh-huh. Okay. Yes, I think I understand what Tommy is saying about um, treading carefully and not trying the strong armor. She is smart and independent, and that probably wouldn't be a good approach. Yeah, exactly. Hey, good to have you on, and thanks for the comment there. Yeah. Thanks, Latifa. Thank you, Juanita. Thanks. I will. I will hang in there. Absolutely. Thanks, Deborah. Oh boy, she got back from U.S. Open. Tommy, Wendy was there. All right, good job, Serena. Yeah, it was a good one. That was a good one today. YouTuber just asked Dr. Mackey have a have a few good videos of her speaking about Wendy on her page. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, real pretty Patty. Nikki. All right, folks. Well, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Okay. It's been great. It's been really, really a good. I feel like it's a good session. I feel like this is like almost therapy, you know. So I'm gonna call it that. This was a really good session. And how's Boogie? Well, he was here. Hey, Bug. He's all the way on the other side of the house. He has some good ears when he thinks I'm gonna be pulling out some food. Maybe everybody's asleep. Okay. Thank you, Tommy. You're a godsend. Thank you, Jay Early. 11. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just doing my job. Just doing my job. I'm sorry, but the way they ended their show, that is messed up. Yeah, Come on now. We all walked away from jobs and had some jobs where things might not have gone the way we wanted them to go upon expiration. But you know what? It is what it is. She has big shoulders, and we all have big shoulders. That didn't pluck a feather on Wendy. You know what I'm saying? That really, that really didn't pluck a feather on her. Yes, Suzanne. I'm hanging in there. You know, I feel a lot better being tired on here than being alone with my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? At this particular time, I just this is great. Like I said, this is great. I feel like I'm getting the best end of this channel right now. Because I was definitely in a place. I feel good. All right, Deborah. Good night. And you're absolutely right. I'm gonna go ahead and get on with it. Um, yeah, Aiden, I got you. At the end of the day, we could call it what it is, but at the end, it was a job. It was a job, truly. I mean, she had a blast, and maybe sometimes people might say that's not fair. How could she have so much fun and make so much money on that job? But you know what? Hey, at the end of the day, it was a job. She was being responsible. If she didn't, there's requirements, all that stuff. It's a job. We're grown folks. We know what a job is. At the end of the day, but how things ended, they ended. I mean, I think that it just hit. They ran its course at that point. They ran their course. And that's about all I could say about that. But now we're on a whole nother chapter. The job is done. Now we're here, and now what? So that's where I'm at. I'm at the now what point. So you all take care. All right. I'm gonna anything now is just gonna be like you know, um, you know, gas spraying out of the back and not really doing too much talking about anything. Okay, so let me just shut this down. I had a wonderful time. I hope you all, got a little bit of information at the same time, got some understanding, um, and can understand, what you're praying for. Okay, you're praying for a family that really is close and really tight and really small and really deserves better than this. But you know what? It's not over, folks. It's really not. I believe that everything's going to work itself, and Wendy's going to reemerge. That she will see the necessity of her, taking some strides for herself, and the need for some changes. You know, and it's going to happen. You know, you can't stay in the dark forever. At some point you can come on out, especially if you have a strong family base that's pulling for you and trying their very best. I don't believe in that. I'm never going to lose the faith when it comes down to Wendy or any of my family, you know. So thank you, folks. And until we speak again, God bless you all and take care. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching. Tommy Williams Show. Tell a friend. I rarely say that, but tell a friend. Tell some people who really don't have a clue that might need to know this information to come on in and join in on one of these chats, because this is truly a chat. This was a conversation. I like this. I like this. I like for more of my shows to be handled like this, interaction and moving through and all like that. Okay. So till the next time. Bye everybody. Have a good night. Take care.